Member for Braddon.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And tonight I want to just take my few short moments to speak about something that is extremely important, and that is the decision that will be made by the Tasmanian electors on the 15th of March. Mr Deputy Speaker, let me describe for you, just for a few short moments, the state in which the Labor government over the last 16 years, aided and abetted over the last 4 with the Tasmanian Greens. Let me describe for you the state that Labor has left Tasmania in. We have the highest unemployment rate of any state in the nation. Even worse, I suspect, given the somewhat hidden growing number of fly-in, fly-out workers. We've got the lowest workforce participation rate in the nation. We've got the lowest proportion of private sector employment compared to public sector employment. We have, unfortunately, the lowest gross state product per capita in the country, the lowest proportion of adults in Australia that have attained a Year 12 qualification, and the lowest retention rates to Year 12 of any state. The highest proportion of population with a low-income card receiving an age pension, a disability support pension, New Start allowance, parenting payment, and so on and so forth. In short, Mr Deputy Speaker, over the last 4 years alone, Labor, in political bed with the Tasmanian Greens, have overseen a reduction in employment, in jobs, to the tune of 10,000 jobs. That is an extraordinary number in a population of only 500,000 people. Mr Deputy Speaker, this election, I can't stress enough, will be the most important election in probably the history of Tasmania. It's going to be about restoring confidence. It's going to be about providing certainty. It should be about being trustworthy. It should be about embracing the character of good people, not manipulative people. And it should be about delivering hope. We need confidence. We need businesses around the nation to see a certainty restored to the great state of Tasmania, where they will revisit their plans to invest, where they will revisit their plans to take even an interest in what is a great state with great potential. This is also about trust. And Mr Deputy Speaker, just 4 years ago, and I know this full well, as many in this chamber would know, I spent 8 years as a member of the Tasmanian Parliament and unfortunately lost my seat in the 2010 election. But let me tell you about the days, the weeks leading up to that fateful election, where the previous Premier, Labor Premier, looked a camera in the eye, looked thousands of people in the eye and said under no circumstances would he do a deal with the Tasmanian Greens. He would either rule alone or not at all. And what did we see, Mr Speaker, when the result came in, 10 seats, 5 seats? We saw a Premier blatantly lie. A Labor Premier blatantly lie.
Order. I'd ask him to withdraw the word lie.
Well, Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm not referring to anyone in this chamber, but I will withdraw the word and say a Premier that blatantly told a mistruth. Now, the reality is a deal was done. A deal was done, and the Tasmanian people do not need me to tell them the disastrous results that have come about as a direct result of the uncertainty of that minority government. Now, make no mistake, Mr Deputy Speaker, despite recent so-called assurances by Lara Giddings, the current Premier, that she won't do any deals, that she will govern, she won't govern with any deals with the Greens, I can assure the Tasmanian people that on past performance and given the desperation that they now face, Lara Giddings will, Labor will, govern with the support of the Greens, given half a chance. So my cry out to the people of Tasmania tonight is to elect a majority government. Do not play around with minority parties, independents, Labor or the Greens. give Will Hodgman the opportunity to provide a brighter hope for the future.